my gluten-free frenzies, and welcome back to the PmP Kitchen. Today we are taking the kitchen outdoors for some easy grilling. Balsamic grilled pork with Brussels sprouts and baked beans. Be an easier meal this week. Look at that. Here is your guide for reference. And here are your main ingredients for the marinade. You will need some minced garlic, balsamic vinegar, dried thyme leaves, dried rosemary leaves, steak seasoning, cooking oil of choice, and a pork loin. When choosing your pork loin, I go to Aldi's because they have a variety of flavors that are all gluten-free, or you can just get a regular plain Jane one from the store. I am only doing a half serving today, so if you're doing a full tenderloin, just be sure to double the ingredients. So we'll need 2 tablespoons of oil. If you are using the air fryer instead of a grill, just make sure to get a high heat grapeseed oil or avocado oil. You'll need 2 to 3 tablespoons of balsamic vinegar, more or less depending on your flavor preference. 4 teaspoons of minced garlic, a half a tablespoon of gluten-free steak seasoning. You will need to check the labels because they like to sneak gluten in some of these pre-mixed seasonings. This one is from Aldi's. 1 teaspoon of dried rosemary leaves and 1 teaspoon of dried thyme leaves. We're going to take all those ingredients and mix all of them together in a bag or a bowl. Then you'll score or cut slits into the pork loin and place the pork loin in the bowl or bag of marinade and marinate for 1 hour or overnight, depending on your flavor preference. The longer it marinates, the more flavor you will get. All right, when you're ready to cook, go ahead and throw that loin on the grill at 375 degrees Fahrenheit until the internal temperature reaches 170 degrees Fahrenheit, approximately 30 to 40 minutes. You may also roast the loin in the oven at 475 degrees Fahrenheit for 20 to 30 minutes, or throw it in the air fryer at 425 degrees Fahrenheit for 30 to 40 minutes. Make sure you're using your high heat oil in the air fryer and the internal temp reaches 170 degrees Fahrenheit. Look at that. Beautiful. Job well done. Now onto your sides. Let's cook your Brussels sprouts. I prefer to steam mine in a pot of water, and I do this outdoors if feasible because I do not like the stench in my house, but I do love the vegetable. You may season your Brussels sprouts as you desire. I simply use some salt and pepper. Now, when choosing your beans, you may choose as you please. I always use bushes usually because they are all gluten-free. Heat or cook your beans as desired. I always use my trusty microwave. And there you have it, your portions of grilled pork loin, Brussels sprouts, and baked beans. Just slice, serve, and enjoy. Whew, I hope you enjoy this hearty, wholesome meal outdoors on a warm summer night as much as you did cooking it. Thanks for joining me here again in the PmP Kitchen, and I hope to see you again.